Have you ever wondered why so many men search for quick fixes, yet still feel confused, frustrated, and uncertain about their performance and confidence? The truth is that real transformation rarely begins with hype. It begins with understanding your body, your mindset, and the science that guides healthy choices. Many people scroll endlessly through forums, trying random pills or following anonymous advice, hoping for instant change. But what they often miss is the deeper connection between knowledge and self-control. In the world of sexual health, motivation is not about shame or pressure. It is about empowerment through education. When you learn how natural supplements work, you also learn patience, discipline, and respect for your own biology. Experts like Dr. Mohit Khera often emphasize that improvement is not a miracle moment, but a steady process shaped by realistic expectations and consistent habits. Imagine waking up each day knowing that you are taking steps rooted in evidence instead of fear, because confidence grows when actions align with credible information. Supplements such as certain minerals, amino acids, and herbal extracts are frequently discussed in medical communities, not as magical solutions, but as supportive tools that may help balance stress responses, circulation, and overall wellness. What truly changes the journey is your mindset, choosing curiosity over embarrassment and learning over guessing. When you shift your focus from quick results to sustainable progress, you begin to notice how small decisions create long-term momentum. Every healthy routine, from better sleep to mindful nutrition, becomes part of a larger philosophy of self-respect. The message here is simple yet powerful. Your path forward is not defined by past struggles, but by the knowledge you decide to embrace today. As you continue watching, remember that this conversation is not just about physical outcomes. It is about reclaiming control of your confidence, understanding the role of science in everyday life, and building a future where improvement feels achievable rather than distant. Many men overlook how stress hormones, unrealistic expectations, and constant comparison can amplify performance anxiety, creating a cycle that feels difficult to escape. By approaching supplementation with awareness, you transform the experience from desperation into strategy, recognizing that safe use always begins with education and, when possible, professional guidance. Motivation grows stronger when you realize that progress is rarely linear. Some days feel powerful, while others test your patience. Yet every informed step adds stability to your journey. Instead of chasing trends, focus on building a personal system that supports both mental resilience and physical balance, because true confidence emerges from consistency rather than shortcuts. Visualize yourself months from now, reflecting on how a simple decision to learn the facts changed your direction entirely, allowing you to move forward with calm determination rather than doubt. This is the foundation of lasting improvement, where knowledge becomes the fuel that drives purposeful action and long-term self-trust. Stay present, stay informed, and remember that meaningful change happens when you commit to growth with patience, clarity, courage, and a vision rooted in truth. At some point in the journey, excitement often turns into doubt, and that is where many people quietly give up, believing that nothing will truly change, even though the real shift usually begins when you question the myths surrounding supplements and start examining what evidence suggests for long-term improvement. Research discussed by professionals, including Dr. Mohit Khera, often highlights that natural options such as zinc, magnesium, or certain herbal compounds may support overall wellness. Yet the greatest benefit comes from understanding limits, because responsible use requires patience, realistic expectations, and a commitment to learning before expecting dramatic results consistently. You might feel a surge of hope when you first read success stories online, but hidden behind many of those posts are missing details about lifestyle changes, mental health, and medical supervision, which means the story is never as simple as a single capsule taken at the right moment alone. As the journey deepens, a quiet tension appears because progress feels slow, and you may wonder whether you are moving forward or standing still. Yet this uncertainty is often the turning point where discipline either fades away or transforms into a stronger and more focused sense of purpose together. Imagine discovering that the supplement you believed was the ultimate answer is only a small piece of a much larger puzzle. And suddenly, everything feels uncertain, creating a moment of suspense where you must decide whether to chase shortcuts again or finally embrace a balanced, science-guided path forward today. Many people never reach this realization because they expect motivation to feel loud and dramatic. Yet true motivation is often quiet, built through daily routines like exercise, mindful breathing, and thoughtful supplementation that supports confidence gradually instead of forcing rapid change that disappears as quickly as it arrived before again. When you study how certain nutrients influence neurotransmitters or blood flow, you begin to understand that improvement is connected to the entire system of the body, reminding you that no supplement works in isolation and that mental resilience plays a powerful role in shaping physical response over time today consistently. This stage of the journey can feel uncomfortable because knowledge removes illusions and forces you to confront habits that once felt harmless. Yet this awareness is also liberating, allowing you to replace confusion with clarity and to build confidence on a foundation that feels stable and authentic over long periods. The suspense slowly fades when you recognize that success is not hidden inside a secret formula, but revealed through consistent effort, honest self-reflection, and guidance from credible voices who encourage responsible choices instead of unrealistic promises that leave you feeling disappointed and disconnected from genuine progress today and beyond. By the time you reach this understanding, you realize that motivation is less about chasing perfection and more about building trust in your own journey, knowing that each informed step you take strengthens not only performance but also self-respect, resilience, and a deeper sense of personal control today onward. As you move toward the final stage of understanding, you begin to realize that true confidence is built through patience rather than pressure, and this awareness changes the way you look at natural support for performance and overall well-being. Many viewers expect a dramatic ending, yet real growth feels calm, steady, and deeply personal because it reflects the choices you make when nobody else is watching. Experts like Dr. Mohit Khera often remind audiences that education creates freedom, especially when discussing supplements that claim to deliver fast results without context or responsibility. Instead of chasing perfection, you start focusing on balance, combining evidence-based nutrition, realistic expectations, and a mindset that values gradual improvement over sudden transformation. At this point, motivation becomes quieter but stronger, guiding you to listen to your body, evaluate information carefully, and choose supplements only as supportive tools within a bigger lifestyle strategy. You begin to notice how confidence grows when fear fades, and how understanding replaces the confusion that once came from endless online opinions and unrealistic promises. The final lesson is not about finding a miracle solution, but about building a sustainable path, where sleep, movement, stress management, and informed supplementation work together to support both mental clarity and physical resilience. As you reflect on everything you have learned, a new sense of responsibility emerges, encouraging you to research carefully, consult professionals when possible, and respect the unique pace of your own progress. This mindset transforms motivation into a lifelong philosophy, reminding you that success is not defined by speed, but by consistency, awareness, and the courage to keep learning, even when results appear slowly at first. Over time, the small habits you build begin to shape a stronger identity, one that values health, honesty, and self-respect more than temporary excitement or unrealistic expectations created by internet myths. You understand that every supplement discussed in sexual medicine carries both potential benefits and limitations, and that real empowerment comes from knowing the difference between marketing and meaningful science. By embracing this perspective, you step into a future guided by clarity rather than confusion, confidence rather than fear, and informed action rather than impulsive decisions that leave you feeling uncertain. The journey you started with curiosity now becomes a story of growth, reminding you that every moment spent learning about your health is an investment in a more empowered and balanced life ahead. And as this message comes to a close, remember that motivation continues beyond this video, living in the daily decisions you make to stay informed, patient, and committed to long-term well-being. Stay focused on progress. Remember that knowledge supported by credible voices builds lasting confidence, and allow every small improvement to remind you that positive change is possible with patience and persistence today. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.